The iPhone Fold dummy unit surfaces look just like the CAD renders. The latest iPhone Fold dummy floating around online provides a good idea of what Apple's first folding phone could become. Built from 3D printed plastic and based on leaked screen information and specifications, this mock-up folds up into a neat little rectangle before expanding out to reveal a much larger display. When closed, the device is roughly the same height as an ancient iPhone 4, but somewhat wider than the current 17 Pro Max. The explanation for the breadth is a 5.3-inch outside panel with a peculiar short 2:3 aspect ratio, which is incredibly different from the super tall, thin screens Apple has utilized since the iPhone X. One-handed use feels incredibly awkward because your thumb covers the majority of the screen, but it's tough to reach the far side without modifying your grasp. The little square corner at the bottom left, which takes its shape from the Hinge location, is guaranteed to catch on something in a pocket, although Apple will probably address that before manufacture. When you open it, a 7.7-inch inner screen appears, laid out in landscape and with a squarish 4:3 aspect ratio more suitable to an iPad mini than a phone. When fully extended, the gadget is roughly 167.6 mm wide by 120.6 mm high, allowing adequate space for 2 apps side by side or a whole keyboard without feeling cramped. One thing is for certain, you may now use both hands, and your reach now extends virtually the entire screen, with the exception of a small area at the very top. The camera is positioned horizontally on the rear, with 2 lenses side by side in landscape mode. This should allow you to capture all sorts of amazing spatial footage, and it works nicely with all of the other camera features you've come to expect from past iPhones, such as wide and ultra-wide settings for all that fancy macro and portrait business. The pill-shaped camera looks to have been taken from another recent phone model, but the mock-up remains basic, with no attempt to jam in any genuine lenses or sensors. What about the buttons and ports? There's one conspicuous button near the camera that might be an action button, and another down at the bottom that could regulate power or volume. Those speaker grills look a little strange, with one tiny hole at the bottom and 2 at the top, which doesn't give us much faith that the audio output will be equivalent to a standard iPhone. Thickness-wise, it appears to be around 9.6 mm when folded up in CAD renders, which is slightly more than some of the current crop of iPhones, but appropriate given the complexity of the folding mechanism. In terms of weight, the plastic mock-up weighs nearly nothing, so who knows what it'll be like once they start putting in some true glass, metal, and components. The hinge itself opens and shuts quite easily, yet this contrasts with the precision damping and magnets that you'd expect from an Apple gadget. According to leaks, this will be unveiled in 2026, potentially alongside the iPhone 18 series. Screen sizes look to be relatively consistent across the board, 5.3 to 5.4 inches on the exterior and 7.7 to 7.8 inches on the interior. Apple is going for a compact little gadget that just happens to expand into tablet territory, rather than the towering book-style fold that other manufacturers utilize. Opening up the foldable phone, presumably titled iPhone Fold, exposes the advantage of its substantially larger 7.8-inch flexible display, whose format is strikingly similar to the broader Huawei Pura X. The dummy photographs also clearly show a camera module reminiscent of the iPhone Air, but with a twin camera instead of a single camera. Whether the mock design, based on leaked CAD data, is indeed true cannot be confirmed by anybody outside of Apple management, but there's a fair likelihood that iPhone mini aficionados will receive a similarly compact and substantially more expensive replacement around September this year. Now, according to specs, the book-style foldable will purportedly have an industry-first 24-megapixel under-display camera embedded into the inner display, according to a recent JP Morgan Equities research study. That would be a big leap over existing Android foldables, which normally use lower-resolution underscreen cameras of 4 or 8 megapixels. If the leak is correct, the quality boost shows Apple has achieved a breakthrough in light transmittance and image clarity that has evaded other manufacturers. As for the display itself, all the indicators suggest Apple has overcome the crease problem that has plagued most foldable devices. Apple is claimed to have worked diligently on the hinge and display to prevent creasing, and the latest report from Chinese site UDN claims the foldable iPhone will be the first crease-free foldable on the market. On the battery front, Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has said the device will use high-density battery cells, and Korean sources indicate Apple is testing capacities in the 5,400 to 5,800 milliamps range, while Chinese leaker Instant Digital has today claimed the final capacity will definitely exceed 5,000 milliamps. That implies it could be the largest battery ever fitted to an iPhone, topping even the iPhone 17 Pro Max's 5,088 milliamp cell. For instance, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 has a 4,400 milliamps battery, while the Google Pixel Fold achieves 4,821 milliamps. The Honor Magic V5 manages 5,820 milliamps using silicon carbon technology, but the Vivo X Fold 5 boasts 6,000 milliamps, which is now the largest in its class. Multiple sources concur the foldable iPhone will contain a 7.8-inch main display when unfolded, a 5.5-inch cover display, and Touch ID rather than Face ID. The device will contain 4 cameras in total: one front hole-punch camera, the aforementioned underscreen inner camera, and a dual-lens 48-megapixel rear system. Multiple sources have suggested the foldable iPhone will be priced between $2,000 and $2,500 in the United States, which might make it the most expensive iPhone ever. Apple will supposedly call the device the iPhone Fold, which is the term the media has already embraced when describing the product. So, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tech news. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.